Rigging, the most painful thing an animator can do, aside from actually animating. Rigs bind the skeleton to the geometry in a mesh, allowing it to move. All these little bones can control anything from cloth to body parts and more. This is the default rig for XOV. There's a lot going on. Those textures, why? Most game models will have their rigs like this, which isn't the best for animating. The models already have their animations made, probably using a control rig or mock-up setup in production. So if you want to work with it, you have to move each bone one by one, keyframe it by hand, pray to the gods of interpolation, and generally shit your pants. Moving this arm here, you can see it follows the motion of the shoulder. This is called a parent-child connection, where the first bone in the hierarchy tells the ones below what to do. You then must work down the chain to pose the other joints. If you like animating by hand, then sure, you can do that. It's useful when learning how to ease natural motions. But take a look at this. This is an IT rig. The hand moves where you put it and the arm follows. It has constraints for the limbs to set nicely and not break his arm. This is part of the controller you can get with certain tools. You can show and hide to select burns better. This kind of rig makes it way easier to pose and animate. It applies to the waist and feet too, so you can make all sorts of dances and walk cycles by hand. Blender 3.0 lets you save poses and interpolate between them, so you can use the pose library just like a Nemesis pose files. Let's talk about faces. Whenever I animate something, I always put a lot of detail in the face. It's extremely difficult to get right and not make it look uncanny. Here, I'm using the Meku rig, which interacts with the vanilla skeleton and mole weights. It's pretty useful for posing just like you can in-game. But I'm gonna be real with you, posing in-game is purgatory. Gives me hand cramps for days. I'm eternally grateful for the plugins that let us do this, but man, it takes a while. The face bones are fairly limited before the graphics update too. But Dawn Trail will give us so much more. We're getting new face bones, allowing us to express a lot more emotive nuances in our characters. You can enjoy your male Vela Phase 2 cream pies in ultra 4K detail. It's kind of like the detailed rigging done for mocap. See how the skin moves along with the eyes? But new bones mean facial expressions will look more natural in-game. Eyelids are important, eh? This rig's from the Faceit plugin. Anyway, 7.0 is bringing us a heap of upgrades, including this, and a bunch of other stuff too. But you know, we have graphics update at home. I've spent about 5 years porting and setting up various models for all sorts of content, but I ended up being way too ambitious with my projects.
It's important to try and temper your expectations when the brain rot animatics kick in.
Here's something I put together from parts found in the game. Varis deserved better than Anima, so I went and made a cooler Primal form for him. Although it wouldn't really be him, more like a Varis flavoured cluster of Eva who nay Garlemald's enemies big time. Anyway, I was able to preserve all the birds from the different skeletons, including Anima and Salage Hesperus. One day, I had to make an Elden Ring-style cutscene of the Warrior of Light's final showdown with him. By the way, I was also able to put Varis' in-game model for the player. One of these is the original. Can you tell which one?
It's this one here. I don't think his eyes move. He's a demi-human model. Yankee. Well, I can't improve him. It's the animation ability that matters here.
Come in Lord, come in me, come in Lord and have your way. Come in Lord, come in me, come in my own.
You can do all this with your character too. It's just a bunch of programs and tutorials away. So yeah, see ya.